Tops today's Healthbeat. It is rare, but when it happens, it's terrifying. Patients who wake up and feel pain, but they cannot cry out. The American Society of Anesthesiologists says that 1 or 2 cases happen out of every 1,000 surgeries. This group is calling on doctors now to follow a checklist for anesthesia equipment to make sure that the proper doses are being delivered. Now, the doctors stopped short of calling for the use of new devices that would monitor patient awareness.
Every 53 seconds, someone in the U.S. has a stroke. Doctors say after 6 months, a patient's recovery levels off, often leaving them unable to perform daily tasks. But a new treatment could change that. Since childhood, Bob Masserino has cherished his train collection. But this simple boyhood pleasure was derailed when at the age of 47, Bob had a stroke. These were his last words.
"Hey, how you doing?" Then fell. Gone.
He didn't speak again for 10 years. The stroke affected the left side of Bob's brain, robbing him of the use of his right arm, leg, and speech. But an experimental technology called repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation gave him hope.
When a person has a stroke, he loses a part of his brain, and this will cause a decrease in the brain activity.
That decreased activity signals the healthy side of the brain to go into overdrive. Researchers now believe that actually hinders the stroke side from healing.
Tip of the nose.
Once the computer registers Bob's facial features, this coil sends an electrical current to the healthy side of the brain, balancing out both hemispheres.
What does it feel like?
The treatments are relatively pain-free, but Dr. Frenny from Harvard Medical School says some patients have reported mild headaches. Bob has been through 10 sessions in the past 2 years and has noticed improvement.
2, 3.
Bob says magnetic stimulation now allows him to count out loud, a simple task he simply couldn't do before. Now, researchers say the magnetic stimulation works better on smaller lesions. One side effect to note here is there is a risk of seizures.
Phil is back now to update us on his search for plane tickets.
I can get the plane ticket. $250 for the
I say go for it.
Plane leaves in 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Hurry.
It could be
Take
done.
a camera with you and profile your adventure.
Yeah, maybe not.
Bill's excellent adventure.
Yeah, it would be an excellent adventure. But in any case, it's not going to happen. But it would be kind of fun.
Nice dreaming, huh?
Yeah, it is. And the weather down there is going to be great. No problems down there. Around here, we are seeing a few clouds in places. And if you take a look at our Sears cam, you can see the clouds out over the lake. Those are moving southward and not really affecting us here in the city. But I want to take a look right now at high-resolution Doppler and show you the few showers that are falling out of that bank of clouds. There they are over towards Michigan City, up towards Niles, and almost to Benton Harbor. Nothing here is all that heavy, but there will be some spotty showers once you get east of Portage. Quick look at visible satellite, and you can see a couple of things. First of all, notice the clearing right along the lakefront, clouds out over the lake, clouds across the western burbs, and I think we'll see more clouds than sunshine, but at least partial sun, especially near the lakefront. And as we put this into motion, you can see those clouds are inching a little bit closer to the lake. 49 now at O'Hare, 48 Midway, 49 downtown, 52 the warm spot down in Moment. High pressure will control our weather for the next couple of days. That means still chilly conditions, but at least we should get to see more and more in the way of sunshine, especially as we head into Friday. So mostly cloudy this afternoon, partly cloudy in a few places. A few showers in northwest Indiana. Apart from that, next several days look dry with a gradual warming trend by the weekend. Saturday's high 61, Sunday 65. Halloween day looks nice, but by the nighttime hours of Halloween, there could be a few showers.
Trick or treat early.
Yeah, and that could change. We're, what, 5 days away?
That's right.
Okay. But it's so dark now with the fall changing.
And the time change this weekend.
Yep. So early. All right. By the way, Sylvia and I had an extra busy morning today speaking at the Sister to Sister Women's Breakfast. This was the kickoff event to get women to realize that heart disease is the #1 killer of women. In fact, more than all cancers combined. Besides eating a yummy, healthy breakfast at the merchandised Mart's chopping block today, women also were encouraged to get heart screenings and, most important of all, get the word out in the next few months about an all-day women's health fair. That will be in February on the 17th. That's when all women should attend that. They can get a free heart, blood pressure, and cholesterol screening.
If you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a Halloween costume, we have some simple ideas to create on your very own.
And we'll get some Halloween makeup tips when we come back.
The famous brands are back at Value City's Super Sale. This week only, get 30 to 70% off toy store prices during our $8 million toy buyout. Get Barbie dolls, $9.99. Magic Fun Care Bears, $9.99. Hot Wheels Spider Slam sets, $9.99. Hundreds more at $9.99. Sign up for V Plus Rewards and get a chance to win $5,000 in free gas. Hurry to our toy buyout. You gotta see the V. Value City.
Is Illinois headed for a California-style energy crisis? The Tribune says political gamesmanship in Springfield over electric rate setting puts Illinois' energy supply at risk. The Daily Herald assails the governor's heavy-handed meddling, and Crane says political tampering with the energy markets could lead to bizarre and costly consequences for our state. Illinois consumers need a plan, not more politics. Call us today because the clock is ticking and reliable energy is too important to risk.
I've always been creative and interested in drawing, and now I'm an architectural drafter at David Weekley Homes. It was a great surprise when I found out that at IHG Tech, the schedules are somewhat flexible, and because of that, I was able to spend time with my son. My whole life has turned around now that I have a career.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, School of Drafting and Design, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
When I get my carpets cleaned, I want to trust the person showing up. Sometimes other companies send subcontractors to do their carpet cleaning. Stanley Steamer uses only their own trained employees, people I can trust.
Why worry with subcontractors when you can call Stanley Steamer? Let the real professionals clean your carpets the right way. Call today about our $99 special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets carpet cleaner.
The entire Bioner staff was outstanding.
The woman that came out said it would be fast. And 45 minutes after the listing went up, we got our first call.
The third call was the eventual buyer.
Within a week, we had a signed contract and a check in hand. Everyone connected with Bioner, from the initial listing to the contract people to the Bioner closing staff, was exceptional.
Using Bioner, we were able to save over $84,000.
Thanks, Bioner.
Thanks, Bioner.
Maybe you already bought your child's costume, but you're not sure about the mask.
Many parents want an alternative to masks just for safety reasons. So today we are joined by the Engel family, that is Tom and Kristen. And it is amazing what they can do with just a brush and a little bit of paint, and they're going to give us a demonstration. Welcome back, you two.
Thank you very much.
You did such a great job. You started with yours this morning. Did you do that yourself?
I did this morning before I came in here, so.
Does people look at you?
Huh? Yes, it is. It just, thank you, yeah.
You're walking down the street, everybody giving you strange looks this morning?
A little bit coming into the station here.
You should have done a socks theme, huh?
I would have, but it wasn't as dramatic, you know.
Okay.
Besides, there's a lot of socks walking around today.
Yeah, there are. Okay, so what are you going to do this morning?
Actually, what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to take Kristen, my daughter here.
Beautiful Kristen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn her into one of the most popular boys' masks there is, which is Darth Maul.
It sure is. Right.
So all we do is just kind of put red paint all over the face.
Okay, now we were talking right before we went on camera here that it's really, really important what kind of paint you use. Where do you recommend that you buy your paint?
Okay, I actually sell my paint online, but you can also buy it at a very good makeup store.
What kind of a makeup store?
Kind of a theatrical makeup store.
Okay.
There's a couple of very good stores in Chicago that do that.
So the kind that you find, say, at the drugstore isn't going to stay on, isn't going to do a really thorough job?
Typically, it's a different kind of paint. It tends not to dry as well as this.
Okay.
The nice thing about this is it's a water-based paint, and it comes, it goes on very easily and fills in very nicely.
It does. It went on so fast.
Yeah, look at that.
And the other advantage is it dries completely. So when we're done here, Kristen, who's going to...
Beautiful Kristen is disappearing before our eyes.
Yeah, she's going to become the evil Darth Maul. But the paint will be completely dry on her.
Okay, I'm bummed because we're missing what you're doing on this side, so hopefully we'll get a better view over here with the camera.
Right, good. Now we'll see.
So I just use a sponge, the edge of the sponge, kind of like a paintbrush, and put it on.
In a little bit of water.
And then one secret to make it look really smooth is just kind of pat it on when you're done, kind of like drying it. I'm just going to take a brush too. And this is the part where if you have a little child, just be very careful, but you just paint the eyes up, turn them black.
Wow. Okay.
Well, now we'll see on this side.
Okay.
Now, usually I would need a picture, I think, to do something like this, but obviously, Tom, you've done this a few times.
Just a few.
Yes.
Between, I have, my whole family does this face painting, so we do somewhere around 12 to 15,000 faces a year.
You know, what I'm noticing from this is confident strokes, right? Just go ahead and make those very confident strokes rather than just dab at it, right?
That's very true. And one thing that I always tell people about face painting is you really never make a mistake.
Sure.
Because if you have a line you don't like that little dot I just put right over there, you can just cover it up and no one even knows that it wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
Okay, two questions for you. How long will this last, and is there something you can do to make it last a little longer?
This really lasts until you wash it off with soap and water.
Okay.
It's a very good child safety.
So it doesn't rub off very easily?
No, if they get wet, it'll smear if they kind of rub against it.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is two things. One, I always say just remember that the children just like the faces. Once it's painted, they see it in the mirror, they get excited.
Right.
And the second thing is if it smears...
Does that tickle, Kristen?
And never smile when you're getting your face painted.
So if it smears?
If it smears, just pat it off with a paper towel, and it gets rid of most of the smearing marks on the face, and also gets it nice and dry. So there's Darth Maul.
Gosh, look at the camera, Kristen. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool.
My beautiful daughter.
Your daughter is hidden behind that. And that took you less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, typically we figure most of our faces take around 4 to 5 minutes.
I love this butterfly you've done. This is so pretty. We have a few pictures we're going to show. These are all you think fairly simple for us to do. Oh, look at that.
Absolutely. If you look at a picture, you can pretty much copy it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, little Batman. What do you think is going to be big and popular this year?
Batman, because of the recent Batman movie.
That. The horse?
Spider-Man is always popular.
That's beautiful.
And monsters.
And that's what the grandma.
Okay. How wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen.
And
thank you.
Yeah, you're still beautiful with it on.
Right.
You can get more Halloween makeup tips from our website, abc7chicago.com, and we'll link you right back up to Tom, too. Thank you for coming in, Engel family. We'll be right back.
A familiar face.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Drury.
A welcome friend and part of Chicago. Now he's facing a devastating disease. More research is needed to fight ALS. Call the Brain Research Foundation to help or donate online.
Luna is the proud sponsor of Spanish closed captioning on ABC 7 News.
Act now and get 2 rooms of beautiful carpet for the price of 1.
773-202 Luna.
Thanks for helping me research this part.
My pleasure.
Now, what is it you do for Jewel?
I'm a produce professional.
A produce pro. A pro.
I travel around to farms and fields to find the freshest produce. Only crops that at the peak of the season will be sweet and juicy enough for our stores.
Now, what are these orange thingies?
Oranges? What kind of part are you going to play again?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Experience the pick of the pros, only at Jewel.
There's much more ahead on ABC 7 News.
Beginning this afternoon at 4 o'clock, children may not like them, but chores could actually help them get better grades in school. We'll have details in our Connect with Kids report.
Also, another case of Dumb and Dumber bank robbers. Tellers thought the bandits looked a little familiar.
Then on the news at 5 o'clock, Randolph Street, famous for its restaurants and theaters, but it also is one of Chicago's most haunted areas. Ross Barron is going to take us on a tour.
And nothing too spooky about this forecast. We are seeing some sunshine, but you can see there's clouds to our west, clouds to our east, so I think we're going to see our skies turn mostly cloudy here during the next few hours. 49 now at O'Hare and downtown, 48 Midway. Expect a high of 52, few showers to the east of about Portage, and then we'll see a nice warming trend as we head into the weekend.
Okay, thank you. So trivia now. Which 2 characters appeared on both All My Children and One Life to Live? It's going to be hard for you because you don't watch both of those.
I
you
watch
General Hospital.
Well, then, and I watch All My Children a little bit.
So you may know.
Is it Tyson Chandler and Burton Cummings?
Oh.
Sky Chandler and Ray Cummings. And I think the next time we need to take his computer out of his office. I think he's going online.
I actually went to the newsroom today and asked around.
Somebody's helping him.
Who told you? The men in sports?
I will not say. I can't divulge my sources.
Yeah. They don't let everybody know, but they do. We'll see you, boy.